Welcome, friends, to Small Claims. Each week, we'll journey into the ever chaotic, always entertaining world of the 2025 2026 council season. At the center of it all is our commissioner, Dan Marks, part referee, part ringmaster, and the man tasked with keeping this unpredictable league from spiraling into total madness. Then there's me, Kartik Reddy, longtime competitor, perennial bridesmaid, and a seasoned skeptic when it comes to my own luck in this league. Together, we'll untangle the wins, the blunders, and the rivalries that keep us coming back week after week. No more stalling. Let's make our claims. Welcome back. Week 7 is finally here, fashionably late, but hey, better late than never. I just wrapped up facilitating a 2-day training and learned something important. Teaching's easy. Apparently anyone can do it. Dan's calling in from Toronto. You can hear the speakers, adding another stamp to that overworked passport of his. And in independent news, the editor now wants to sell his team's movie rights. I'll tell you right now, I'm not signing a release. Let's get into it. Dan, how you doing? How's Toronto?
Oh, I'm good. It was the typical fly in, head to the hotel, get up the next day, go to a customer meeting, run it all around. So, all in all, it was nice and sunny. Can't complain. They're nice people up here, though. Pretty sure Walmart Canada hates us.
What'd you say? Last thing you said?
I said Walmart Canada hates us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. How was your week? Besides the training, you feeling a little bit better?
The training went fine. It's been a pretty good week. I mean, last night was a lot of fun. We went to F1 Arcade in Philly, so that was a pretty cool experience. But I will say, when there's a lot of these people from my account, like on the Vanguard account, they're Deloitte employees. When they go out, fucking nightmare. They drink too much. It's just not like we were there really late. Matt came and joined as well, and then we went to another bar after. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Lead engagement partners there. Other people are there. And they just kept saying, no, Carter, go get another one. Go get another one. And then like that switch goes off where you go, fuck this, going home. And I just left. But other than that, it's been a really, really, really good week because the training it went well, it sounds like. We'll see where it goes from here, but still a couple busy few weeks coming up. So we will see how we go. Not to waste any more time because it sounds like the feedback that we've gotten is nobody wants to hear about our lives or books or anything like that. So we'll keep it shorter this time. Maybe the next time we'll say a little bit more. But maybe we should just go into a recap of the week. I mean, we had some wins, some losses, some big wins, some people with some big numbers. Like Emmett almost put up 160 again. Somehow Scott pulled out another one. But maybe we'll start with, how did we finish? How did Mealy finish? How did I finish?
All three of us went 3-2 last week.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Everybody. It's the first week where all of us had a winning record in our choices.
And we didn't pick all the same choices, right? So that was good.
No, I think the only game where we all picked the same person was Fitzy.
Yeah, Fitz, that would make sense because he is playing Dan Martins. So, I think what we'll do, I got a few questions I'm going to ask you. We're just going to go through. Instead of maybe, because it's kind of Thursday, we've already kind of taken too long, I want to just put it out there. That's on me, everybody, for the late podcast. Each night there was an event for the last 2-3 nights, and it was just too much for me to really do anything. Too much alcohol. I won't be drinking for a while. But maybe instead, we got a Thursday night game coming up. Let's just go through and how we feel everyone's going through the season. So we're almost at the halfway point, right? We're going to start from first place down, and that means we're going to start with Fitz. So how do you feel Fitz responds when he's in first place yet again, and we're trying to catch up to him?
Well,
Hey. Yeah, the guy in the $4,000 suit is holding the elevator, but the guy doesn't make that in 3 months. Come on!
Fitzy continues to perform in the regular season. The man is just a machine when it comes to that. He sticks with veteran players, and that has paid off for him. We're all waiting for when they fall apart and he has to start back over, and we're really hoping when that happens he doesn't get a free agent like he did with Jordy Nelson. But this year is kind of a little bit of an up and down for him. He has had some injuries. He's also gotten away with a couple of games, I'm speaking, but that's kind of hard to say when he's pretty much put up 120 points every week, except for I think once. So again, his team continues to perform. I expect nothing less from the man, and he just continues to show us how to play fantasy football.
Like I say this, it's kind of interesting. Like, look, you're right. I think he kind of gets away with it sometimes. I mean, he had a bad week from Devontae Adams this past week, and Dunze this past week, and then he lucks out on this idea that he gets to play Martins this week. So it's great timing. You got to have a little bit of luck. And then I did notice something on his bench. He has Kamani Vidal, and it just bums me out. Like, I had Vidal, I just held him a lot of last year, going, eventually he'll get the starting job. And then I didn't know what he'll end up doing. Didn't know if he was going to be any good. And he's now the lead back at 124 yards, I think, or something pretty wild.
Yeah, I do strongly think that the Chargers are a top team to trade for either the Panthers, one of the Panthers running backs, or for Breece Hall. It just makes sense.
Yeah, sure. And they probably, it'd be interesting to see what the Panthers want to do. But, though, the Panthers can't really throw the ball. I think you made the comment to me. They're probably going to have to split between Hubert and Chuba, sorry, not Chuba Hubbard, and Dowdle. So, but it's hard. Like, I don't know how they're not going to play Dowdle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Fitz. I mean, he's probably going to stay up there. I mean, as he goes into next week, we'll take a quick look. He is playing. Who's he playing next week? Let me just take a look at that. It is. Oh, he's playing you. So that's going to be a nice conversation. We'll talk about it. Maybe you get an opportunity to give him a loss. I don't know if you're
This is a
trying to
final
lose it too.
for any remaining travelers
We'll see.
in the 3711. All remaining travelers
Who's in second place? Emmett.
Emmett.
So how do you feel Emmett thinks about his fantasy season so far?
Emmett. Well,
baby, you got a stew going.
That man is excited. His team is running on all cylinders. Last week, I think he's the first team to have 3 players put up over 30 points in a single game. That I got to enjoy watching that. It felt strong to quite strong. And that's even without Brian Thomas Jr. playing too well because Trevor Lawrence is a terrible quarterback. Emmett, I mean, Deshaun is a beast. Mahomes is the number 1 fantasy quarterback right now.
Yep.
He's just put together a phenomenal season, and that's even with Justin Jefferson without a quarterback. And so
he's gonna have to find replacement Fred Warner, and then how you feeling with Egbuka? I don't know what his status is going to be, right? So all those wide receivers on Tampa Bay for the most part are hurt. Egbuka's injury didn't seem to be that big of a deal. I think he rolled his ankle, so it might make sense that he does. Oh no, they're saying it's a hamstring.
Yeah, but I think they only said a couple weeks.
Yeah, so maybe they just sit him for a little bit, but that could hurt him a little bit. But he does get Justin Jefferson back next week, so I guess maybe it doesn't hurt him at all.
Yeah.
Damn, his team is very, very good. So good. So scary. It's like the worst. Like the worst thing that can happen is Scott winning again. The second worst thing to happen is Emmett winning again. Third worst thing that can happen is you winning again. Why can't any of us figure this shit out?
Honestly, I'm just happy that I'm third worst.
I mean, when it comes to fantasy football, yeah. All right, so we got Hardy next. All right. Excuse me. Guys, I'm still coughing. It is what it is. This might be forever now.
Yeah.
Maybe I got to see a specialist. It's a long COVID. First time, forgot people's names. Second time, got a cough. All right. How do you feel Hardy's thinking about his season after starting 4-1 when having Irving, Hill, McLaurin all hurt and Saquon probably not playing the best?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Well, yes, but I'm afraid I prematurely shot my wad on what was supposed to be a dry run, if you will, so now I'm afraid I have something of a mess on my hands.
It's a tough go for Hardy as it is, unfortunately, every single season. The man has the worst fantasy football luck. And in a season where all of us feel good about him, we did last year, this year, he's getting struck with the injury bug. And I think all the carries, and I frankly, I'd be curious what you think. I would fire the offensive coordinator, fire the Eagles. Like, they have a treasure trove of players on that offense. And I know that their offensive coordinator got poached, but it's horrible to watch. Saquon can't get any space. They're not throwing the ball there. It's just it's hard to watch.
I don't know if getting rid of him is going to make a lot of sense. I think if Sirianni maybe will take the reins for a little bit and start making play calls again, I think that would probably be the better choice than just letting someone go and trying to find someone mid-season. But if the problem continues, yeah, I think a change is necessary. I mean, fundamental, you are in a window right now to win championships. That window's not going to be around for very long. It's rarely around for a lot of different teams. Not everyone's the Chiefs. Not everyone's those Patriot teams. So you look at with Penn State. Penn State lost 3 games in a row. They started in the AP poll at number 2 in the season. James Franklin got fired. Right. I don't think there was never intention because James Franklin had the second highest buyout price in the NCAA football. So they had no interest in removing James Franklin and paying nearly $50 million. But hey, when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So they're going to have to make a move at some point. Just trying to relate one Pennsylvania place to another Pennsylvania place. But I will when we talk about you're saying he's unlucky. Hardy has the 3rd least points against, if I'm looking at this accurately, right? And pretty close against Scott. I mean, and Fitz has not even 600 points against.
Yeah,
So,
but the only aspect I would respond to that is with how many points Fitz has, it doesn't really matter. It's helpful.
Doesn't matter.
But...
I got 760. Emmett has 821. We're there with him. We just can't.
No. I understand. I'm just saying, there's absolutely aspects of being in a more of a bad luck situation where, you and I, for example, are putting up a lot of points, but we're getting a lot of points against us.
Yeah.
He's second most in points. I know it's not that far off, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
It's not like fun. He's. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you still gotta. You need to win games by just having more points than the other person. The other point is throwing up nothing. You're going to win your games. So I would say he's been pretty lucky in that state. I would say Hardy has been. He's 4-2. He's not having a bad season. He's having maybe some bad luck on his roster, sure, but team's still making it happen. So I wouldn't compare it to past seasons where maybe he's had really bad luck. I mean, knock on wood, if Bucky Irving doesn't come back, then I can see it, but. If he still has a higher plus minus and he still has a low points against count, he'll cruise. I think me, you, and Emmett are in the fucking trenches trying to fight out of this shit.
I have 200. I have 200 more points against me than Fitz.
Yeah, and I'll take it back. I think Emmett's fought his way out of that. It could have gone either way with me and Emmett because we'd both be 4-2 if fucking that one week didn't go the way it did. But I think Emmett's fought his way out of this pretty well. All right. Number 4 in the league is Mealy. I'm surprised by that because I whooped him this past week. Wait, did I play Mealy this week? Hold on. If I played Mealy this week, I whooped him. Oh, no. I played Daly. Okay. That confused me a little bit. I'm sorry, everyone. I got thrown off.
Steve did also kind of whoop him.
Oh, did he? I didn't.
Yeah.
Let me check that score.
It was 133 to 6.
Damn. Good job, Steve. So how do you feel Mealy is talking to his players?
Ooh. Well,
you were just a turd out there. You couldn't kick and you couldn't run. You're just a turd.
Mealy is in a tough spot. He's got 2 Jets players on a terrible team. Hopefully CD comes back soon. But, I guess actually, let me rephrase. His running backs are definitely a struggle. His,
I mean, by the way, I don't know if you know, Garrett Wilson's still hurt. So they don't know if he's going to play this week. He's doubtful.
oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't know he got
Yeah.
hurt too.
So that's another bit of a problem he has.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Mealy is looking at his team and he's asking them if they want to play football. Because it's in question. And I think that his fingers are crossed real hard that Breece Hall gets traded to the Chargers.
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, so you're calling that. Yeah,
I mean, Dak is still playing well. Xavier Worthy's kind of up, down. It's you don't know who's going to get the ball. And then Jalen Warren's been okay. I mean, hopefully Quentin Johnson comes back healthy.
Yeah. I got two things. I wish we could do the posts they do inside the NBA, where we make those calls. You're saying Breece Hall going to get traded. I got to think of my own. I do want you to do one thing for me is take a look at, try to put Travis Hunter amongst the other top 5 cornerbacks, and you tell me where he rates because his fucking numbers have been shit.
Yeah, they haven't been.
He's been playing 2 ways. Yeah, he's not been very good. Travis Hunter's not been the best. So yeah, I think this is going to be a bit of a struggle uphill climb for Mealy. Yeah. All right. So who we got next? I do not have our rankings available. I'm next.
You're next.
I'm in 5th place. I am in 5th place. I mean, how do you feel about my team on a week-to-week basis?
Well,
Taste the happy, Michael. Taste it. Tastes kind of like sad.
I think you have a love-hate relationship with your team on a week-to-week basis, even though you should love them, right? Because they're good. But then...
No, but there's some people we can hate. One name is Justin Herbert. Fuck that guy. Never again. I might drop him to go pick up C.J. Stroud, bring him back into the fold. But Drake May, that's my quarterback right now.
Well, the funny thing is, I think last week when we were doing our pick 'em, I said right now Justin Herbert's your starting quarterback. Maybe he'll switch it over. Herbert actually, I think, had an okay game, but I think May put up 30.
Yeah. So as the thing, I'm sitting here going, I should play Drake May. I just couldn't pull the trigger, and then every week, just better and better and better. Mm-hmm. Right? 14-26, 19-23, 12-29. Actually, it's been up and down, but generally speaking, he's been pretty good relative to the other players I've had. I mean, Herbert's just had bad games. So May's been comparable or better every single game.
He has been a good quarterback, and their run game has been horrible. So, I mean, that kind of makes them pass the ball. It opens things up.
Yeah.
He just has
Sorry,
to
so I cut you off, though, too. So
No.
What were you thinking?
No, we covered it. I mean, your team is good, but I feel like you have a love-hate relationship with them.
Yeah. I will say someone I do love. I'm happy I drafted Scatterboo.
So there is an aspect of that, because, I mean, obviously you beat Daly. Scatterbo played really well, and I feel like Cam Scatterbo and Jackson Dart are basically having a white guy frat freshman rush fall, is what we're going to call it. Because I think that everyone's just watching the two of them, and I heard that that Bro is trying to recruit them to join. That would be like Beta Gamma Omicron. I don't know if you know, but a founder of that fraternity is the leader of the Independent.
Yeah. Okay.
Just saying.
I don't respect the editor of the Independent. I don't care for the editor of the Independent. I don't care if Scatterboo joins anything with the Independent. At the end of the day, if he keeps putting up numbers like this, I can look past this. If Jerry Jones can look past the abuse that Greg Hardy put on women, I can look past Scatterboo joining whatever fraternity he would like.
All right, fair. But speaking of, Scott would be next.
Scott's next. How is he just on my ass like that? I mean, how do you feel Scott's inner monologue was about deciding to tank or go all in?
Well,
I suppose I'm bi-curious.
I think that man is conflicted. I mean, look, on the actual review of the trade, in a manner of speaking, it's not terrible. All he did was go down 2 rounds to get Devonta Smith, but as we talked about, that's kind of dipping your toe in the water. It's like, are you going for it or are you not? The man doesn't seem to be quite sure whether he is or isn't. But he's going to ride that Rico Dowdle wave for as long as he possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're just, we're going to see what happens when the tide goes out and Chuba returns.
Yeah, I'm really curious about what that split's going to be like. It could be really bad for me, like long term, if Dowdle is the guy, unless Chuba gets traded. I mean, that would be really important for me. So hopefully that inevitably happens, like you're saying. Either Breece Hall goes or Chuba can go. Chuba's got the longer contract. That would be the more preferential person to trade. I don't think you get as good of a pick if you make that trade, but yeah, it's whatever. Scott's defense doesn't seem that great, but otherwise, his team seems pretty good. I think he's got opportunity. It's weird how much we share in similarities to an extent with Dowdle and Hubbard and Montgomery and Gibbs. Yeah.
The thing is, both of your players are better, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Dowdle's better. I don't know. I don't know if Chuba's better.
He's definitely better.
I don't know. Live in the moment, Daly sends a note in the chat. Is anyone else thinking the Independent has taken down small claims? Do you want to respond to that first?
No, I don't worry about what other people have to say. It's to me that's like Michael Jordan didn't take advice from Michael Wilbon on how to play basketball.
Okay.
We're not taking advice from people who aren't leaders in this space. This is what we do.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a different route. I'm not gonna take the high road. I like the low road, as Aziz Ansari's character, Tom Haverford, has said many a times on Parks and Rec. Fuck that. The Independent has not taken down small fucking claim. Are you out of your fucking mind? At the end of the day, the Independent sends out 3 fucking paragraphs and calls an article every single week. They're fake ass quotes. There's no research. It's a comic strip. It's a joke. And you think it took down small claims. No, we're out here making money. We got trips to foreign lands. We're teaching people. We're making money, making sales. And yeah, this episode's a little late. It is what it is. That's what happens when you just live in life sometimes.
Time is a construct.
It is what it is. What does Scott do? Teaches 3 hours a day, goes home, hangs out with some kids, watches his wife take care of those kids. You know what? I'm going to go a cappella. I lost Dan. I'm going to keep saying this. At the end of the day, he then writes 3 paragraphs. And honestly, he might be using ChatGPT. We don't know. So they have not taken us down. They have no way of taking us down. And hopefully in a couple weeks, we'll be able to have Scott on here. You can talk to me personally. With that being said, and Dan probably going to have to be called back in, we're going to cut to an ad, and then we'll be right back.
Able to pick up good yardage on the play. The best part of this defense is their defensive line and their interior
Hello?
linebackers.
Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you?
Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud.
True. True.
What's up? What's up? Yo, who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
Hello?
What's that?
What's up? Yo, where's Dookie?
Yo, Duke. Yo.
What's up?
What's that?
Hold on. Hello?
So what's up, B?
Watching the game, having a bud.
True.
Okay. All right, we're back from our ad break. Welcome back, Dan.
Yeah, sorry about that. Traveling internationally, being a very important businessman, my phone did run out of data. You only get a certain amount, but luckily, as you know, our podcast is flush with cash, so I just bought some more, and we're back at it. We're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? Everyone in the chat right now, suck on these
nuts. Got him. Got him.
All right. Now we got a few more teams to go through. This is bottom trash. I know you're down there right now, but this is the trash right now. So we'll start with Steve. Do you think Steve is overconfident? Team, him, anything?
Him?
Faith is a fact.
I actually think that Steve does have one of the better teams in the league, but we are definitely concerned when CD comes back, how Pickens continues to do. We're seeing Travis Etienne start to hit that wall. He was playing very well, very consistent in the past 2 weeks. It's been a little bit of a question mark. But Steve does have the players to trade if he needs to get another running back. He has a wide receiver that he can send away in order to do so.
Yeah.
But overconfidence is his whole bag.
That's him. That's it. He's a one-trick pony, but it's a good trick. It's a good trick. I'm sorry. An illusion.
No, a trick is something.
Illusion.
Yeah, trick is something a whore does for money.
Yeah, God, can't. And we got that money to go do that. Anyway, let's just jump. Now we're jumping to your team. And what are your thoughts on how we think of you as a commissioner, fantasy player, person?
Oh, well.
If that's a veiled criticism about me, I won't hear it and I won't respond to it.
I think that you guys love to hate me in just a lovable, friendly way. You love to hate my team that way as well. And I think that, as you said earlier, I would be your third choice to be the worst thing to win. Yeah. I mean, look, at the end of the day, my team is still very good, but my wide receivers are underperforming. They're really underperforming. And it's been costing me weeks. So I'm really hoping that I get some free wins against Daly and Martins, which I do have both of them down the stretch. And then I don't need everyone to beat each other up. I need you and Emmett and Fitzy to just kind of dominate. And then when I do have my one-on-one matchup with Scott and Steve and Hardy, I need to win. And then, we'll see what happens in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting to see that your team is just not getting it done. Big names, really good players, strong running backs, just not happening right now. We'll see. Hopefully something turns around. Did you have DeAndre Swift on the bench last week?
I did, yeah. I mean, there's just he's never going to start for me because even then I've got each week I'm choosing between Jonathan Taylor, Kyren, Judkins. Like, it's just, I mean, I can easily trade a running back right now and still have an extra one sitting on my bench. So, do you need a running back? I need a wide receiver.
No, I don't know what I need, man. I need my team just to play a little fucking better and win when they put up 165 fucking points.
That's reasonable.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. All right, I think we're at Daly now, right? How do you feel Daly's reflecting on his 2 first-round picks this year?
Well,
I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
It's tough for him. I mean, now at this point, Neighbors is done for the season, and his team has been underperforming. And now with Hampton finally started to ramp up, and then he gets hurt too. It just, he's looked at his team and he said, "Okay, it's time to tank."
Yeah, and how is he going to trade some of these? He's got to dump some of these guys. I think
He might move a couple people. I did, admittedly, I was feeling a little down last week, and I reached out to him. He was reaching out for trades, and I was like, "So is that trade still of interest to you?" And I was like, "I don't think it is, but I just have to ask." He said, "Yeah, man."
Which trade? You're trying to trade for Bowers?
He was originally going to trade me a pick for AJ Brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I hear you. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough go. I mean, this is where bad luck lives. That's just a string of bad luck. That's the definition of bad luck. But
Aaron Jones, Malik Neighbors, Marion Hampton, all on IR.
But just set yourself up for next year. I mean, that should be the goal.
Bowers is hurt too.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Set yourself up next year. All right, and this brings us to Dan Martins, 10 of 10, at the bottom of the list. How do you feel Dan thinks about his fantasy season so far?
Well, that one's easy.
Oh my God! We're having a fire sale.
And I think he's making the right decision. He will prepare for next year and restart. How far this goes, how aggressive he gets in trying to off-road people is up to him. I do appreciate his humor in picking up both Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel as his starting quarterback.
And also having Jalen Hurts and Jared Goff on his team.
He's basically just grabbing everybody. But he's got to hope that Bill Krusty-Merritt grows in that spot. He probably still definitely has at least 1 to 2 more trade possibilities if Tony Pollard looks okay, and if Deebo Samuel might offload them. We'll see who's also interested. But yeah, he's in rebuild mode.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see race to the bottom. I don't know who's going to be available next year or who's coming out of college. It's going to be tight, but maybe they're down in the rough. Maybe there's something worth tanking for, and hopefully it works out for them in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I'm just hoping for bad luck for Fitz, Scott, and you. I'm just hoping me and Emmett can make our way to the top here one time.
Yeah.
I don't want Emmett to win. I'm just saying maybe he and I can find our way up there. All right, so Dan, that was a great kind of review, and I liked the little fun that you put onto it on Arrested Development. We got a ton of Arrested Development jokes being thrown around, so it's great they were able to kind of rank everybody by something. But now, we're not going to do a fan of the week this week due to technical difficulties. Dan, again, being in a foreign land, we got the money. We can do what we want. We're just going to jump into pick 'em, and then we'll pick it up next week, and then hopefully someone's lucky enough to be fan of the week next week. And I'm just going to hint at this. I have already started preliminary talks with the editor of The Independent, trying to set up a time while Dan's in Thailand where he and I can record, and we'll talk. And we'll have an interesting conversation and duel it out over print media or whatever the fuck this shit is and Small Claims Podcast. Empire. So right now, I'm going to just put it out there because we didn't sign anything. He is making it very, very difficult to set up some time. He's making it so difficult that he won't do it on the 28th. He's saying, I can't really do it on the 27th. I'm like, I have days off both days. Let's find a time. Well, I got this, and I got this, and I got this. I don't know. He seems like he's running scared. I don't get it. I'm trying to have this conversation. So as you guys all listen to this, maybe give him a call. Say, don't be a pussy. Maybe jump on the phone with Kartik. Maybe jump on the pod, and you can finally have a conversation. With that being said, I am also trying to reconnect on my laptop. So hopefully that's not another technical difficulty. But we're going to jump right into pick 'em. And we are going to do it in the order that it is. All right, so we're just going to start from the top. We're just going to go off the list on my phone. Apologies for the cough again. We got myself versus Hardy. A team that does not score a lot of points, usually. I'm obviously going to take myself, one, because I am slightly favored, but I also do like some of my matchups for the week relative to his. And like at the end of the day, I'm not really afraid of some of his players. Like McMillan, how has he been this season? Yeah, oh shit. No, he's had a couple good weeks. And that's because I'm trying to think about his quarterback. But I think it should be a pretty close matchup. Most of my matchups have been, except for maybe one or two. But I'm thinking I will pull it. I will figure it out, and I'll pull it out.
I'm choosing you as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you have better matchups.
Yeah.
I think Saquon's still... Yeah.
We're going to the next one. Kind of frustrating to kind of talk about this one because it is Scott, the editor of The Independent, and Dan Martins. And Dan Martins has a set goal of losing every single week here on out. I don't even know if Scott can fuck this up. And, hopefully he loses, but I think Dan Martins will not let that happen. So I'll pick Scott.
Yeah, I mean, Scott is a bro, and all bros love a tank top, and he's playing against Martins, who's tanking. So
And
you know
he's a top.
they're happy to be together. Yep.
There it is. I said it. All right, next matchup. We have Emmett and Mealy. So this is matchup of the week. It is a 50-50. Oh, right now, in the moment, as Jalen Warren just started, they have the exact same projected score, 114.85. So it's purely 50-50. Jalen Warren just picked up 11 yards for them. In this matchup, if I look very quickly at it, I mean, I don't want to. I'm taking Emmett. Even with that, I'm taking Emmett.
I'm with you. I am as well. While Achane is going up against Cleveland's tough defense, Bijan is against San Francisco's tough defense. Emmett's team is putting up monster points. Mahomes will destroy Vegas. And as we kind of talked about, Worthy, we're still not sure if Lamb's playing this week. They think he will. It's questionable.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it's hard to pick. I mean, Mealy's team does look good in this situation. It's just I think he ran into the wrong team. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not doing that great at picking these teams and these wins. So, all right, next one we have Steve and Daly. Again, another person who should be trying to tank. And it looks like I don't know if I think it looks like he's doing that. I don't know why Steve didn't play Metcalf again. I am taking Steve.
Yeah, this is a situation where Steve is very happy to be Daly's neighbor, and he wants to be as close to him as possible. Play him every week if he can, because it's a win.
Yeah. I think, and then now we jump into you against Fitz. You and Fitz, and when we look at these matchups, I mean it's pretty close. I mean you have a slight favorite, but I think that's because he still has a lot of questionables on his side with Mike Evans, Josh Jacobs, and then also just a small change because he's playing Boswell and who just started, so the number went down a little bit. So I think this is nearly a 50-50 split as well within Yahoo projections. And if I look at these matchups very quickly, it's tough. Like Josh Jacobs going against Arizona, Rachaad White against Detroit. I mean, again, Rachaad White's going against a really good defense, but no Bucky Irving, so there's a chance there. Kraft against Arizona as well. Sam Darnold against Houston. I mean, I don't know if that's going to work out. He really needs Mike Evans to play this week. So if I'm allowed to do it off of a caveat, I'm going to take fuck it. I'll take you. I'm not going to do a caveat. No, you.
I love your confidence in me. I'm taking Fitz. I just haven't. I do think I have some tougher matchups, and if Evans is healthy, and if who's the other questionable player on his team? I'm blanking now.
Josh Jacobs.
Thank you. And if Jacobs definitely going to play, so I'm still going to stick with Fitz. His team shows time and time again they put up 120 points a week. So
some of the matchups on Fitz are pretty tough. Detroit, like I said, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, so then we're pretty much picking the same folks except for the big game between you and Fitz. I took you took Fitz, and that is going to be the difference between probably how we end up scoring. No fan of the week, but I mean, obviously, we'll pick 'em again next week, and then
did we do Scott and Dan Martins?
Yeah, you might not have heard.
Sorry.
Maybe I said I took Scott. I think you took Scott as well because Dan.
Okay, I might have just said that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right because I said he was a tankopotamus.
Yeah. All right.
I just didn't write down that you took Scott. That's my fault.
So I'll take a close. I'll try and close here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone, hopefully we're able to cut this podcast pretty well. It's tough, the technical difficulties of just traveling, and hopefully it worked out. Hopefully Dan's able to cut everything through. So we'll see how we go. We know this is a late podcast. Happy that people were interested and wondering where it was. I mean, that's the fan base. I don't see anyone hollering for the 1 week that the Independent didn't write for. So everyone was expecting this, wanted this, whether they love us or hate us. But good luck this week. Dan, any last words?
We are almost at the halfway point of the season, which means next week will be a really good time for them to talk over the loudspeaker as soon as I do my close. Yeah, to close out this week, we're heading into the halfway point, so there's still plenty of time for people to turn around, to get moving, to build momentum. Anything could happen. And like me, my team is ready to take off.
Okay.
So
have a safe flight. And I don't understand that joke. That's weak. I don't know. You do the analysis. You be the number guy. You be the nerd.
Got it. Right. Jokes aren't my strong suit. Cool.
Safe travels. We'll talk to you soon. I'll see you maybe this weekend.